provides legitimacy that is essential for resale or auction purposes. The rarity of such coins also drives speculative buying, with collectors and investors hoping the value will increase further over time due to scarcity and historical importance. Furthermore, the rise of social media, YouTube channels, and online auction platforms has brought unprecedented attention to rare coins like the 1981 1 cent, leading to wider public interest and increased competition for error coins, which drives prices even higher. Even coins that were once considered marginal errors are now being re-evaluated as potential treasures due to growing awareness and improved diagnostics through high-resolution imaging and spectroscopy. As the value of copper rises and historical artifacts become more appreciated, every anomaly in a coin like the 1981 1 cent adds a layer of mystique and potential profit. And let's not forget the sentimental and patriotic value many collectors associate with Lincoln cents, a series that has persisted for over a century and is still going strong. Holding a coin minted during Ronald Reagan's first year as president, when America was undergoing significant economic and political shifts, adds a nostalgic dimension to this particular cent. So whether you're a seasoned coin hunter or someone who has just discovered the joy of numismatics, the 1981 1 cent coin offers an exhilarating blend of history, mystery, and potential fortune. The possibility that a simple penny could be a jackpot waiting to be found fuels the passion of countless treasure hunters, collectors, and historians alike. As more high-profile discoveries make headlines and more collectors start revisiting their old coins with fresh eyes, it's entirely possible that even more valuable variations of the 1981 cent are still out there, waiting to be discovered by someone like you. So before you dismiss that old coin in your pocket as worthless, remember that in the world of numismatics, even the smallest piece of metal can carry a story and value far beyond what its face says. Your ultimate destination for discovering the hidden treasures in your pocket change, and today we're diving deep into the astonishing and mysterious world of the 1983 1 cent USA coin, a coin that has stunned collectors and numismatists around the globe by reportedly reaching an unbelievable value of $0.97 million, a mind-blowing leap from its humble face value of just 1 cent. And in this in-depth exploration, we'll unravel how this seemingly ordinary coin became one of the most sought after and valuable coins in American numismatic history due to an extraordinary blend of errors, minting mistakes, and other rare anomalies that turned it into a legendary item of high monetary and historical value. And before we break down its fascinating attributes, let's first understand why coins like the 1983 penny attract such enormous attention, because in the world of coin collecting, errors are not just mistakes but sometimes miracles in disguise that elevate a common object into a millionaire's treasure. And in the case of the 1983 penny, these aren't your run-of-the-mill errors that you find in many circulated coins, but rather a unique combination of factors including an off-metal strike, planchet misfeed, transitional metal mix-up, and possible mint mark tampering or doubling, all of which have been verified through third-party grading services and elite numismatic experts who confirmed that certain 1983 cents were struck not on the usual zinc-coated planchets, which were officially introduced after the US Mint shifted from bronze in late 1982 but instead on the leftover copper or bronze planchets from earlier years which somehow made their way into the production line at the Denver Mint in 1983. And this single minting anomaly opened the floodgates to a wide range of questions and theories about how such an error could happen during a time when the mint was supposedly vigilant about maintaining consistency after changing the metal composition due to rising copper costs, and yet these copper-based planchets were either forgotten or accidentally fed into the striking machines, creating a batch of illegal yet authentic errors that slipped past the eyes of quality control and entered circulation unnoticed, and once discovered, they sent shockwaves through the coin community with collectors racing to test their 1983 pennies using weight scales, as the copper-based coins weigh approximately 3.1 grams compared to the 2.5 grams of their zinc counterparts, and those lucky enough to find the heavier version quickly realized that they might be holding a fortune in their hands. And if that wasn't enough to pique your interest, let's talk about other possible error features that have been associated with some of these ultra-rare specimens, including die cracks, die chips, weak strikes, broad strikes, double dies, repunched mint marks, and even off-center strikes, all of which further add to the value and uniqueness of each coin. And in the case of the most famous known example of the 1983 bronze penny, experts found that not only was it struck on the wrong metal planchet, but it also exhibited strong doubling on some of the design elements, which could be attributed to die misalignment or hubbing errors during the minting process, and this kind of multi-error combination is exceedingly rare, especially from a modern mintage batch, which is why this particular coin reached near $1 million valuation when it was authenticated and sold through a high-profile numismatic auction. And what makes it even more incredible is the fact that until its discovery, no one even knew that a 93D bronze penny existed, since all known bronze minting supposedly ended in 1982 and the Denver Mint was strictly issuing zinc-based coins from 1983 onward. So its mere existence challenges the recorded mint history and makes one wonder what other secrets might still be hidden. The mystery deepens when you consider that the US Mint has never officially confirmed how many, if any, of these off-metal errors were produced, leaving collectors in a perpetual state of speculation and treasure hunting, scouring rolls of pennies and metal detecting in hopes of finding another such gem. And this treasure hunting frenzy has made the 1983D penny not only a valuable item but also a symbol of hope and possibility in the coin collecting community, where even the most ordinary of coins can hide extraordinary stories. And while the bronze planchet alone is a major cause of increased value, other diagnostic features such as die rotations, lamination errors, planchet clips, and edge anomalies have also been reported on certain 1983D cents, though their market value can vary greatly depending on the severity and visibility of the flaw. And for example, a minor die chip may raise the coin's value by a few dollars, but when combined with a wrong planchet and a double die obverse or reverse, you're looking at exponential increases in worth, especially when verified by leading grading companies such as PCGS, NGC, or Anax, who offer encapsulation and detailed certification that further validate the coin's rarity. And collectors always look for these third-party verifications because the coin market, like any other collectibles industry, is often plagued with counterfeits and altered specimens, so having a graded and certified example boosts both confidence and market appeal. And the most celebrated 1983D bronze cent ever discovered went through an extensive analysis using X-ray fluorescence, XRF, to confirm its metallic composition as nearly 95% copper with small traces of tin and zinc, further solidifying its link to the earlier bronze planchets used before 1983. And in addition to composition analysis, experts reviewed microscopic details under high magnification to look for abnormalities in the mint mark, rim, date, and lettering. And in this case, they found that even the D mint mark seemed to have a minor anomaly that suggested possible overpunching or repunching, another rare minting peculiarity that amplifies the coin's desirability. And when all of these elements combine, wrong metal, doubling, mint mark error, and clean surfaces with minimal wear, you get a perfect storm of value and demand. And because of this, even coins with just one of these traits are now being hunted and hoarded by dedicated collectors and investors hoping to ride the wave of numismatic gold. And what makes this entire saga even more compelling is the level of uncertainty surrounding how many of these coins actually exist, as only a handful have ever been confirmed, and the possibility of finding another adds a layer of excitement and urgency to every penny searchers, dealers, and casual enthusiasts alike. And if you're wondering what you can do to identify one of these gems, you'll need a reliable scale that measures to the nearest tenth of a gram, a good magnifying glass or coin microscope, and some basic knowledge of error types and minting practices, especially those concerning US coinage from the early 1980s, and it helps to study the visual and physical characteristics of both zinc and copper pennies to tell them apart quickly. And of course, any coin you suspect might be valuable should be handled carefully, preferably with gloves, and submitted to a professional grading service for authentication and valuation. And it's not just about making money, it's about uncovering history, because each coin like the 1983D bronze cent represents a moment when the minting process went off script and created something unintentionally rare, and that rarity is what collectors live for. And as more people learn about these rare coins through videos like this and educational outreach by numismatic organizations, the value and prestige of owning such a coin continues to climb, fueled by demand, limited supply, and growing public interest in rare coins as both collectibles and investment opportunities. And remember, while finding a $0.97 million penny might sound like winning the lottery, it's not entirely out of reach, and it only takes one sharp eye, one lucky coin roll, or one old jar of change to potentially uncover one of the rarest modern errors ever produced by the United States Mint. So keep searching, stay curious, and never underestimate the value of what might seem like just another penny in your pocket, because the next great numismatic discovery could literally be hiding in plain sight. your ultimate destination for rare coin discoveries and insight. Today, we're diving deep into pennies in American numismatic history, the 1984 D1 cent USA coin that has stunned collectors and experts alike by reaching a mind-blowing value of $0.90 million, far beyond its humble face value of just 1 cent. A coin that represents how even the smallest denomination can become a centerpiece of fortune if it holds within it the rare cocktail of minting anomalies, historical circumstances, and numismatic intrigue. And as we explore the reasons behind this coin's immense value, it's essential to understand how such a simple and widely circulated coin can carry such prestige, starting from its unique mint mark error, which occurs when the Denver Mint's D mark is either misplaced, double-struck, or entirely omitted due to a die failure or mechanical issue during the minting process. Variant that significantly peaks elevate a coin's value tremendously if authenticated, yet it doesn't stop several more error characteristics that together form the basis of its staggering market price, one of the most famous being the double die obverse, a minting mistake where the image, most notably Abraham Lincoln's profile and inscriptions like Liberty and the date, 1984, appears doubled, creating a ghost-like overlapping effect visible to the naked eye or under slight magnification, making it instantly recognizable to error coin specialists and those attuned to visual abnormalities in circulation coins. And what's remarkable about the 1984 D double die error is how the doubling affects key design features such as Lincoln's ear, giving rise to what has been termed the X impression, a visual anomaly that has sparked widespread fascination and driven prices through the roof at auctions. But the 1984 D version, unlike the more commonly known 1984 plain error, makes it even rarer, since the error is not widely documented for the Denver minted coins, which means that the combination of a D mint mark and such doubling or error makes the coin both mysterious and coveted value due to scarcity, because fewer coins with such rare characteristically amplifies its worth, since a mint state or uncirculated piece with all error traits preserved sharply, free of damage, discoloration, or wear, often verified by reputable coin grading agencies such as PCGS or NGC, can send the value soaring well into the six-figure territory. And when combined with historical context, this was a time when the US mint processes, sometimes relying on older or misaligned dies. These circumstances create the perfect storm for unintentional minting errors that lead to the creation of such prized specimens. And what makes it even more interesting is the speculation that certain planchette errors may also be involved, where the copper-plated zinc blank used for striking the penny may have had inconsistencies, such as lamination cracks, split planches, or die clashes that left behind unusual visual elements on either the obverse or reverse. And all of these minor flaws, when seen in combination, add unique traits that no two coins fully share, making each error coin something of a one-of-one collectible in practical terms, especially when considering eye appeal, originality, and market demand. And the story becomes more fascinating when auction records reveal that some versions of the 1984 D penny, with combinations of these errors, have been bid up by major collectors willing to spend hundreds of thousands to get their hands on an original unaltered mint error coin from that year, and not just for the rarity, but for the bragging rights of owning one of the most notorious error coins in Lincoln cent history. And when we look at the broader coin collecting community, forums and expert analyses often debate whether such errors are the result of isolated minting issues or a deeper systemic problem during a production batch. And this uncertainty actually increases the allure, because it adds a level of mystique and speculation. Could there be more of these coins hiding in old rolls, in jars, in boxes, left in drawers for decades? And with that possibility, collectors and even casual enthusiasts are motivated to search through their old pennies, dreaming of that million-dollar discovery sitting silently among otherwise ordinary coins. And while some coins gain value through age or mintage numbers alone, this coin derives its extraordinary price tag from a perfect storm of physical errors, mint location rarity, high-grade condition, and almost mythological scarcity, where even coin dealers struggle to find comparable examples to benchmark a reliable price, leading to wide fluctuations in estimated values depending on who's buying, what traits are visible, and how rare the combination is. And as word of this coin spreads through media coverage, collector circles, YouTube videos, and numismatic expos, demand has exploded, with buyers increasingly willing to pay top dollar for any version that fits even part of the legendary error profile. And what's fascinating is how this coin defies expectations in a time where digital currency dominates discussions. This little copper zinc disc, just under 20 millimeters in diameter, becomes a physical representation of history, error, and potential wealth, all rolled into one. And for those of you still wondering whether your coin collection, or even your change jar, might hold a fortune, this is the moment to look closely, to research your 1984 pennies, especially those with the D mint mark, and examine closely for doubling. Strange markings, off-center strikes, mint mark misplacements, or surface irregularities, because while many coins may be worth face value, the rare few like the 1984 D1 cent coin with the perfect blend of historical minting mistakes can be worth nearly $1 million to the right buyer, and that's why stories like this ignite a surge in hobbyist coin hunting, sparking imagination and creating a worldwide wave of interest in small denomination US currency that proves once and for all that what might appear worthless to some can, in the right context and condition, be worth more than a luxury car, a house, or even a lifetime of savings, making it not just a coin, but a cultural phenomenon and a financial revelation. And this is why we at Coinstar continue to share stories that not only inform but inspire, keeping the passion of coin collecting alive for a new generation of enthusiasts who now believe, with reason, that treasure might be just a penny away. Where we dive deep into one of the most astonishing and talked about coins in the world of numismatics, the rare and incredibly valuable 1993 D1 cent USA coin that, due to a combination of unique errors, minting anomalies, and misunderstood characteristics, has reached an astounding estimated value of $340,000, turning a simple penny into a life-changing treasure for collectors and enthusiasts alike. If you're new here, make sure to stay till the end because this is not just about a copper-colored coin but about an incredible story that brings together history, mystery, and the thrill of rare finds that could be lying unnoticed in your change jar or coin collection. The 1993 D penny, minted in Denver, is generally assumed to be just another routine output from the United States Mint, created primarily from copper-plated zinc and expected to bear the standard design featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, and yet, among the millions produced, a few elusive examples have emerged with errors so rare and peculiar that collectors and experts have placed astronomical values on them, leading to fervent discussions and deep investigations into what makes these specimens so special and how such minting mistakes could have occurred in a time when mint technology and quality control were already considered advanced. The most notable aspects contributing to the enormous value of the rare 1993 D penny variants include double dies, off-center strikes, missing mint marks, repunched mint marks, planchette errors, transitional metals, and wrong planchette strikes, all of which have been recorded in various individual specimens, though the $340,000 valuation is valued when clearly visible and strongly struck, and in this coin's case, the doubling is crisp, prominent, and extremely rare, enhancing its desirability and scarcity in the market. Moreover, there are strong claims and photographic evidence suggesting that this particular coin may have been struck on a bronze planchette, a leftover blank from 1982 or earlier years when pennies were made primarily, making the coin not only historically significant but also a transitional error, which is a situation where coins are mistakenly struck using outdated materials that were not meant to be in circulation during that specific year, adding both weight and metallurgical differences detectable by experienced collectors and high-precision tools. Additional speculation surrounds the presence of a wrong planchette strike, that is, the possibility that the coin was accidentally struck on a planchette meant for a foreign coin or a different denomination altogether, which would result in incorrect size, weight, or metallic composition, and some reports suggest this rare penny might exhibit such characteristics, though authentication from top-tier grading services is critical to confirm such a detail. Even more intriguing is the anomaly regarding its mint mark, the small d located beneath the date indicating the Denver Mint, which in this particular specimen is believed to be either missing entirely or erroneously repunched, another type of error where the mint mark is stamped more than once in slightly misaligned positions, a flaw that typically arises during the manual application of mint marks prior to 1990 but can occasionally appear due to mechanical failure or over-polishing of dies. And any deviation from the standard mint mark is a key factor in boosting collector interest and valuation. Experts have also raised the possibility of this coin being an off-center strike, that is, when the coin blank is not properly centered during striking, leading to a coin that is partially blank and partially struck, and while minor off-center strikes are not uncommon, those that exceed 50% while still showing the full date and mint mark are exceptionally valuable, especially when found on coins that are already rare due to other errors. The theory that this penny might possess multiple errors concurrently, such as a double die, off-center strike, and planchet anomaly elevates it into the realm of major minting error coins, which are exceedingly rare and often sell at major auctions for tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on condition, demand, and verification by professional graders such as PCGS or NGC. In addition to all these physical characteristics, what truly drives up the coin's value is the sheer improbability of all these mistakes converging on a single coin during a time when minting processes were highly refined, which leads to intense fascination and intrigue among numismatists who are always seeking that one coin that defies expectations and transcends its humble denomination to become a piece of modern treasure. Collectors know that coins like this do not just represent minting errors but are physical stories captured in metal, stories of human oversight, machine malfunction, and historical context that make them far more valuable than just the materials from which they are made. The coin's price is not arbitrarily assigned but is driven by market factors including rarity, demand, story, and condition, and when a coin like the 1993 D-penny appears with these error characteristics, especially if certified as a mint state or close to it, its value can skyrocket because so few examples exist and competition among high-end collectors becomes fierce. It's also worth noting that the United States Mint has always had a few unusual coins escape quality control over the years, and part of the allure in coin collecting is the possibility of uncovering one of these elusive gems, turning what appears to be pocket change into a small fortune, and the thrill of that possibility is exactly what keeps both amateur and professional collectors invested in every coin they come across. For the 1993 D-penny to command $340,000 in certain numismatic circles, it means there's a story, a verified set of anomalies, and likely a provenance that supports its extraordinary status, and while not every 1993 D-penny is worth more than a cent, every example should be checked carefully for weight discrepancies, design doubling, surface anomalies, and other markers that could indicate an error coin. Even a minor variation could mean the difference between a common cent and a rare collector's item, and that is why coin experts recommend using tools such as magnifying lenses, precision scales, and reference guides to compare your coins with known rare examples, because there are still many coins out there that have not yet been discovered or properly evaluated. While finding a coin like this is rare, it's not impossible, and stories emerge every year of collectors and even casual hobbyists stumbling upon small coins with massive hidden value, especially when they take the time to learn what to look for and where to verify their findings. Major auction houses, coin grading companies, and online numismatic communities regularly share stories of six-figure coin sales stemming from coins that were initially found in old jars, inherited collections, or forgotten drawers, and the 1993 D-penny valued at $340,000 is just one example of how a tiny error can become a massive payday. Beyond its monetary value, however, this coin represents the passion and knowledge that drives the coin collecting community, a shared appreciation for history, minting, art, and rarity that turns everyday objects into sought-after treasures, and with modern resources at our fingertips, anyone can start their journey in numismatics and potentially find something extraordinary. So whether you're a long-time collector or someone just curious about that odd-looking penny in your wallet, the lesson is clear: pay attention to the details, know what to look for, and don't underestimate the hidden potential of even the most common-looking coins, because as the story of the rare 1993 D-penny shows, sometimes the most valuable discoveries are hiding in plain sight, and with enough curiosity, knowledge, and a bit of luck, you could be the next person to uncover a small coin with a big story. And thank you for joining us for exploration into the extraordinary story of the 2008 D1 cent coin from the United States, a seemingly ordinary coin with a face value of just 1 cent, but one that has captivated collectors and enthusiasts around the world due to an incredible twist of numismatic fortune. It's worth skyrocketing to a staggering $564,000, making it not only a topic of curiosity but a treasure of historic and monetary significance that continues to leave coin experts and hobbyists in awe. At first glance, the 2008 D Lincoln penny appears to be just another copper-plated zinc coin minted in